A most pleasant Monday to each and every one of you, June 8th, 2020. My name is Jewel, and this is J7409 Weather. Thank you so much for clicking play and checking out the weather with me today. In weather headlines, we got a swath of heavy rain that's expected to impact areas just west of the Mississippi River as Cristobal continues to track far inland toward the Great Lakes through tomorrow. Heavy snow, it's developing in parts of the northern Rockies as severe thunderstorms become increasingly likely across the northern and central plains. And the west, it cools off substantially, but that critical extreme fire weather still continues in the southern Rockies and the high plains. And here from the National Hurricane Center, here is Cristobal. You can see right in here the winds are 35 miles per hour at this time. Barometric pressure 994 millibars. It's located 31.0 north, 91.2 west, and it's moving at 10 miles per hour north-northwest. Now, so far as Cristobal goes, after making landfall in southeastern Louisiana yesterday, tropical storm conditions continued to track further inland into the lower Mississippi Valley. Now, Cristobal has been weakening relatively slowly over land, and it continues to bring intense rain bands and tropical storm force wind gusts into Mississippi and Alabama. As a high risk for excessive rainfall remains in place for eastern Louisiana and southern Mississippi, along with the ongoing threat for dangerous coastal flooding along the central Gulf Coast. Now, Cristobal is expected to bring several inches of heavy rain just west of the Mississippi River, together with gusty winds and isolated severe weather during the next couple of days. So there's always that chance that a tornado could pop up if you're in those areas. So far as the other little system we have, this disturbance out here, right now I really don't think it's going to amount to anything. It could change. I'll keep my eyes on it, but it's still a non-tropical area of low pressure, and it is expected to try to form a few hundred miles east or northeast of Bermuda within a couple of days. But environmental conditions are expected to be only marginally conducive for the low to acquire subtropical characteristics before the end of the week. 2 days, 0 chance. 5 days, 10% chance. I will watch it, though, and keep my eyes on it. Some more severe weather that may happen today is on tap here. As you can see, we got scattered and severe storms with damaging winds, large hail. They're all expected along and ahead of this cold front across a portion of the northern and central plains. Now, remnants of Cristobal may pose a risk for a few tornadoes across parts of Mississippi and Alabama today, as you can see right in here. So if you're in the dark green or if you're in this yellow, yes, you do have a chance. You could have a tornado today. Very enhanced all the way from Nebraska, South Dakota, and western Minnesota. Everywhere else you see the green, you know the deal. There is that chance of a pop-up thunderstorm. When it comes to tornadoes, this Mississippi, Alabama area in the brown, 5%. And down in Nebraska and South Dakota, 2% chance of a tornado. So far as really severe winds, it's in Nebraska, South Dakota, little bit of North Dakota, and just a little tad of Minnesota. But everywhere in the yellow, you got this great big old 15% chance. So in these areas right up in here, you could have some very severe downdraft winds. Pay attention. And hail. Severe, large hail could happen once again from Nebraska all the way to parts of Minnesota. Please be aware of this. Please stay safe. This is large hail. If it happens, it can damage your cars and bang them up, your windows in your house or whatever, if they occur. So please keep your eyes on the sky. make sure you see what's happening if any of these severe storms should develop. Now let's take a look at the NAM map, courtesy of Tropical Tidbits. Good for the next 3 days. What will happen? Turn it on, let it roll. We got all kind of things happening, my friends. We've got this cold and vigorous upper trough. It's early for June, but it's going to continue to swing through the western United States and into the northern plains. Strong to severe storms are going to be likely early in the morning hours today, and they are expected to redevelop later this afternoon as a cold front slowly works its way across the region. While the severe thunderstorms are occurring in the northern plains, we got snow developing in the northern Rockies under the cold upper trough. Now, some of the higher elevations of southwest Montana into the Yellowstone National Park area could see heavy snow today before the snow tapers off by tonight. Now, the snow will spread into the higher elevations of the central Rockies as well. When we look ahead to tomorrow, this cold upper trough will advance across the Great Plains area as Cristobal spreads tropical heavy rains up the Mississippi Valley. Now, these two systems will highly contrasting characteristics. They're going to begin to interact with one another. And this interaction will eventually result in a very strong low pressure to track across the Great Lakes area by early Wednesday. Now, it's looking like the models still show potentially uncertainty as to how this interaction will play out. But they do expect, when you look at it, a very good chance of strong to severe thunderstorms to redevelop across the northern plains to the upper Midwest by tomorrow night as this tropical rains associated with Cristobal head toward the Great Lakes. And in addition to all that, windy conditions should expand across the entire part of the U.S. as these two systems merge together into an intense low-pressure system over the Great Lakes by at least early Wednesday. So don't forget this, folks. It's coming, it's going to rain, and there could be some very gusty winds. Now, temperature-wise, we got a strong cold front that is ushering in very cool air masses for early June across the west, and they will only lower the fire danger slightly across the southwest by tomorrow. Temperatures look to be cold enough that frost advisories and freeze warnings have been posted for parts of the Great Basin and the Intermountain West, while parts of the Northwest will have wintry conditions. But then we got summer heat. It's going to engulf the plains today, then into the upper Midwest today, and the Great Lakes by tomorrow. Move a little further south, triple-digit high temperatures. Can you believe that? They're likely across western and central Texas. Texas is the hot spot for today, Monday, and by tomorrow, heat indices look to range between 100 and 110 across East and South Texas. East and South Texas by tomorrow. The heat indices, it's going to feel like 100 to 110. And that's a check of your weather today. Thanks so much for checking out the weather with me today. May you have a good day, a safe day, and a blessed day. All kind of things going on, folks. We still have tropical weather going on. We've got severe thunderstorms that could produce tornadoes and very large hail. We got snow happening. We've got very extreme heat temperatures. Please stay safe. I love you all and thank you for everything you do for me. Peace, love, and kindness to each and every one of you. Thanks for watching.